Hey everybody, Brandon Swanson here from MVP, and today we are taking a look at the UCLA Bruins coming into the 2016 season. And now UCLA, kind of a down season last year. I think a lot of people would look at 2015 as a year of disappointment. I think that that's how they would characterize it. But coming into 2016, there is hope for good things to come. They will return sophomore quarterback Josh Rosen, who was certainly a bright spot last season and a guy who I'm really excited to watch this year. So Noel Mazzone, the offensive coordinator, is no longer there, but they'll bring in Kennedy Palamalu, who will take it to more of a pro-style offense. So they'll definitely be getting away from the spread offense, and this will allow Rosen more opportunities to go under center and also allow Rosen, I think, just more opportunities to be successful. Why? Because he's not having to throw the football every time. I think instead of going with 5 wide receiver sets or 4 wide receiver sets, we're going to see more of two guys in the backfield instead of nobody in the backfield except for Rosen. So I think that's going to allow him more success. However, he did have set a record for UCLA with the number of pass completions in a row without an interception last season, which was pretty darn impressive. Last year, it was probably the most veteran offensive line group, but this year coming in, they lose 3 of those guys. They have uncertainty, and could they possibly go back to 2013 where their quarterbacks were some of the most sacked in all of college football? And for UCLA, they really can't afford that because they have a real opportunity to compete in the Pac-12 South. I think that they really have an opportunity to compete. We saw what they could be last season. We saw what they could be. Now, they're going to absolutely have to step up to the plate to be that this year. That is for sure. I think that with this new kind of style of offense, I think it's going to allow them to have more success because I think Josh Rosen is going to be a little bit more comfortable. It's not going to all rely on his shoulders. But again, the offensive line play, it can't be porous because if they do not have guys to protect him, it's going to be a long, long season for Josh Rosen and the Bruins. Coming in on defense, I think that's where we're also going to have to take a look because you look at who is going to be standing out on the defensive side of the football. They had a long run of success at UCLA with its defensive superstars, that's for sure. I mean, it's really a great story with Anthony Barr. He grows from a reserve running back to an all-American linebacker in 2012. Then you have Eric Kendricks, who served as a huge leader. Miles Jack, starring on both sides of the football. But now, what do we have? We have Kenny Clark, one of the biggest threats on the defensive line. He's gone. Knee injury that kind of claimed Jack last season. Who's going to be the guy? Who's going to be the guy that steps up defensively? And I think that where you look, it's the secondary. It's the secondary for UCLA. And that's where you have your veteran talent. You have Jaleel Wadood. He's going to be returning. He's the youngest of the returning starters, but he's a guy who you look at could be a star, could really be a good turnout for him. And I think that, again, this is a team where defensively, that's where you have a lot of your questions. I think your question marks are the offensive line and certainly up front on defense and in your linebacking core. So I think that those are definitely the spots that UCLA is definitely going to have to take a look at. But when it's all said and done, I really think that this UCLA team has an opportunity to be successful. I mean, it's definitely going to be a division where it's kind of up for grabs. I mean, it's definitely up for grabs this upcoming season. I think UCLA really has the tools offensively with Josh Rosen. This guy in his second season, a lot of people after game one last season wanted to put him in the Heisman talk. Well, they may have been about 12 games too early. I think this is the season that Josh Rosen can get his name thrown into the hat to be Heisman worthy. Heisman worthy. Does he win it? Probably not. But could he be in the conversation? I certainly think so. And for me, and for UCLA, I really hope so. Thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in to today's preview. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you feel. And folks, I think Mark Weber's coming out, dropping another track today. It's called Silence of Everybody's Soul, not just his. He doesn't want to be selfish anymore. He's really dropping all the tracks. Just kidding. Mark's only got that one track, but that's okay, Mark. We expect more from you, buddy. We didn't expect this, but now that we have it, we expect a whole lot more. And if we don't get any more, that's just selfish on your part. That's what I think. That's what the fans think. And really, that's all that matters. So there's probably some gobbledygook over my left shoulder that I don't care about, but you might. So make sure you check us out. And if you love us, which I'm sure you do, become a patron. Head to our Patreon page and, just be part of the fun, folks, because that's all we have here at MVP is fun.